From Mr. Hosea Biglow to the Honorable J.T. Buckingham, editor of the Boston Courier, covering a letter from Mr. B. Sawin, private in the Massachusetts Regiment. This kind of sojourn ain't a mite like our October trainin'. A chap could clear right out from there if 't only looked like rainin', and T.H. Cunnels, too, could cover up their chapeaux with bandanas, and send the incense scoot into the barroom with their banners furigitin on 'em spotted, and a fella could cry quarter if he fired away his ramrod arter too much rum and water. Recollect what fun we had, you I and Esri Hollis, up there to Waltham Plain last fall, along of the Cornwallis. This sort of thing ain't just like that. I wish that I was furder. 9 a day for killin' folks comes kinda low for murder. Why I've worked out to slutterin' some fur deacon cephaspillins, and in the hardest times there was Iola's tech 10 shillings. There's such thing gets into my throat that makes it hard to swallow. It comes so natural to think about a hempen collar, its glory, but, in spite of all my trying to get callous, I feel a kinda in a cart, a ridden to the gallus. But when it comes to being _guild, I tell ye I felt streaked the first time ever I found out why baggin' it was peaked. Here's how it was. I started out to go to a fandango. The centennial he ups and says, "That's furder and you can go." "None o' your sass," says I. Says he, "Stand back." "Ain't you a buster?" Says I. "I'm up to all that hair. I guess I've been to muster." "I know why centennials air sot. You ain't a-going to eat us. Caleb hain't no monopoly to court the senior sitters. My folks to hum air full easy good easy his'n be. By golly. And so easy I was going by, not thinkin' what would folly. The everlastin' cuss he stuck his one-pronged pitchfork in me and made a hole right through my close easy if I wasn't in me. Vile, it beats all how big I felt hurrahing in Ole funnel when Mr. Bowles he ginned the sword to our Lieutenant Colonel. It's Mr. Secondary Bowles, that writ the prize piece say that's why he didn't list himself along us. Ida sir, and Rantoul, too, talked pooty loud, but don't put his foot in it. 'Cause human life's so sacred that he's principled agin it, though I myself can't rightly see it's any was a cookin' on 'em, than puttin' bullets through their lights, or with a banyay pokin' on 'em. How dreffle slick he reeled it off, like Blitz at our Lyceum a-haulin' ribbons from his chops so quick you scarcely see 'em, about the Anglo-Saxon race, and Saxons would be handy to do the buryin' down here upon the Rio Grande. About our patriotic pa and our star-spangled banner. Our country's bird a-lookin' on and singing out Hosanna, and how he, Mr. B himself, was happy for America. I felt, easy Sister Patience says, a leetle mite historicy. I felt, I swan, easy though it was a dreadful kind of privilege a trampin' round through Boston streets among the gutters drivelage. I actually thought it was a treat to hear a little drummin', and it did bony for the millennium was a comin' when all on us got suits, darned like them were in the state prison and every fella felt easy though all Mexico was his'n. This airs about the meanest place a skunk could valdulsky for Saltio's Mexican, I believe, for what we call Salt River the sort of trash a fella gets to eat does beat all nature. I'd give a year's pay for a smell of one good blue-nosed tater. The country here that Mr. Bowles declared to be so charmin' throughout is swarmin' with the most alarmin' kind of varmin. He talked about delicious fruits, but then it was a whopper all, the Hollandaise mud and prickly pears, with here and there a chaparral. You see a fella peeking out, and, fust you know, a lariat is round your throat and you a cops, for you can say, "What air ye at?" You never see such darned great bugs. It may not be relevant to say I've seen a _scarabaeus bulularius _big easy a-year-old elephant. The regiment come up one day in time to stop a red bug from running off with Colonel Wright. Twoots just a common _cimex lectularius. One night I started up on the end and thought I was to hum again. I hearn a horn. Thinks I it's Sol the fisherman has come again, his bellowses is sound enough. Easy I'm a living creature. I felt a thing go through my leg, woods nothing more 'n a skeeter. Then there's the yellow fever, too. They call it here el vomito. Come, that won't do, you land crab there. I tell ye to go my toe. My gracious. It's a scorpion that took a shine to play with T. I doesn't scare the tunnel thing for fear he'd run away with T. Afore I come away from hum I had a strong persuasion that Mexicans warn't human beings, an orangutan nation, a sort of folks a chap could kill and never dream on T arter, no more 'n a fella dream of pigs that he had to slaughter. I don't need that they were built out of the darky fashion all, and kickin' coloured folks about, you know's a kinda national, but when I warn't so wise easy that air queen should be, fur, come to look at 'em. They ain't much different from what we be, and here we air a scrougin' 'em out of their own dominions, a shelterin' 'em. Easy Caleb says, under our eagle's pinions. Vish means to take a feller up just by the slacker's drowsies and walk him Spanish clean right out to all his homes and houses. Vile, it do seem a curious way. But then hurrah for Jackson. It must be right, for Caleb says it's regular Anglo-Saxon. The Mexicans don't fight fair, they say. They piss in all the water, and do amazing lots of things that isn't what they have to, being they ain't no lead. They make their bullets out of copper and shoot the darn things at us, too. Vish Caleb says ain't proper. He says they'd have to stand right up and let us pop 'em fairly. Guess when he catches a math that he'll have to get up early, that our nation's bigger and their nan so its rights are bigger, and that it's all to make 'em free that we air pullin' trigger, that Anglo-Saxondom's edays are breaking 'em to pieces, and that he does that every man does just what he damn pleases. If I don't make his meaning clear, perhaps in some respects I can. I know that every man don't mean a nigger or a Mexican, and there's another thing I know, and that is, if these greeters, that stick an Anglo-Saxon mask onto state prison feeters, should come to Jarlem Center for to argify and spout on tea, the gals old count the silver spoons the minute they cleared out on tea. This goin' where glory waits ye hain't one agreeable feater, and if it warn't for wakin' snakes, I'd home agin short meter. Oh, wouldn't I be off, quick time, FD warned that I was sartin they'd let the daylight into me to pay me for de sartin I don't approve of tellin' tales, but jest to you I may state our ossifers it but they was afore they left the bay state. Then it was Mr. Sawin. Sir, you're middlin' well now, be ye step up and take a nipper. Sir, I'm dreadful glad to see ye, but now it swears my epaulet. Here, Sawin, step and fetch it and mind your eye, be thunderin' spry, or, damn ye, you shall catch it. Vile, easy the doctor says, some pork will bile so, but by mighty, if I had some on 'em to hum, I'd give 'em linkumvity, I'd play the Rogues March on their hides and other music follerin', but I must close my letter here, for one on 'em's a hollerin'. These Anglo-Saxon ossifers, vile, tain't no use a jawin', I'm safe enlisted for the war, yawn. Bird o' freedom Sawin.